Welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. We've got one of the latest releases for Wizkid's Dungeons & Dragons Attack Wing. This is the Ancient Brass Dragon. Vargachir, the Brass Dragon, has protected her desert for hundreds of years, sometimes with the help of heroic allies, such as her half-elf bard companion, other times with a bit of sleep breath, and still other times when the things get rough with her fire breath. Today is one of those days when the things are going to get rough. Eshidra, the blue dragon, seeks to claim this desert for herself, and she's called in a lot of favors to mount a formidable legion against Vargachir. Will the ancient brass dragon bond with the desert she loves? Will the ancient brass dragons bond with the desert she loves, allow her to prevail against the evil invaders? Game contents: you get 10 cards, 15 tokens, 2 maneuver dials, 1 painted plastic creature with base and pegs. So far, WizKids has released 3 other large ancient dragons. This is the latest. I don't think there's another one coming. I could be wrong. I think there might be like a Dracolic or something like that coming down the road. But no matter, these are much larger figures than normal dragons, and they tend to be really, really pricey to play them. Since considering most games are like 120 points, most of these will take up your entire point for the game. Alright, so let's crack this open. And show off what's inside. But first, I kind of want to point it out. You get this cool background of the dragon itself. Now, usually WizKids uses art directly from Dungeons & Dragons, so you usually can find that art in the various D&D books and games. So that's pretty cool. Next up, look at the figure itself. As I said, it's large. It's one of those large dragons, just like the other ones. Pretty cool. It's actually a nice sculpt. It's very similar to the previous brass dragons that we've seen in the game, kind of showing it off. The coloring's similar, the shading's similar, the face is very similar. It's just much bigger and kind of in a cool pose of it flying around. I kind of dig it. It feels like it's in motion. You can kind of see the bottom. I like it. It's not bad. It's I think there's some other large dragons that are cooler, but in itself, it's not bad when it comes to some posing. Let's get things out there and show off what else you get in this release. Thing. Add a little bit of height and get this on a base, and then we can stare at it while I talk. Overall, I dig the the dragons in general. I actually never have used one of these large dragons in a game. Kind of funny, I own them all, but I've never really used them, so it is what it is. But they look cool, and are actually pretty cool to have as part of my collection. I'm a completist, so overall, kind of cool. Alright, so we got these interesting Heart +1 tokens. Don't know what those are, and dials. And then we've got, of course, the base and various tokens for the dragon itself. Let's add this on. Alright, cards. We need cards over here. Show off what you get inside. First, this one is the figure you get the scenario in. Usually these games come with, a lot of the creatures come with scenarios. Now it's about 1 creature per release get scenarios. So a cool way to play with the figure that you picked up against opponents, so you're not just like battling it out. Scenarios are actually pretty fun. I dig it. I like that they do it. I think it's a great idea. Adds a lot to the game as a whole. I encourage it. So let's separate cards and go from there. Alright, so Vargachar has a reference card. For text, card text purposes, Vargachar is considered to have a large base. I think that's pretty obvious. During setup for 2 players, Vargachar can be placed anywhere within range 1 to 3 of her starting edge. So, them's the rules for her. It's only a named dragon. 74 points is the Ancient Brass Dragon. 5 attack, 0 defense, 10 life, 3 shield. And when Vargachar attacks with the breath weapon, she may also choose to target creatures on the ground and in the air. Afterwards, she receives an exhaustion token. 3 bite, 3 tail from melee. Again, cost 7/4, level 19. So, as expected, it is a pretty beefy creature and figure to add to your force. Movement, pretty maneuverable. Fast if nothing else. 5 forward, 4 forward, and then some red when it comes to some hard turns. And then, as expected on ground, rather slow. So, considered consistent that way. Next, we've got Sleet Storm. Sleet Storm is a cost of 3, range attack, level 5 and up, so definitely can do it. Place 2 timers, concentrate token, and place the burst token, blah, 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 blah. Effect. Here we go. Creatures with an agility of 0 who are touching or within range 1 to 2 of the burst token cannot move, change altitude, perform actions, or attack. When this effect ends for any reason, discard this card. So basically, it's glue. You get there, get it out there, and creatures can't do anything. So, interesting. Not bad. And let's now take the cards. We got Flame Breath. We're not going to read over Flame Breath. Pretty consistent card. It's been in God knows how many releases. It seems like almost every dragon's got Flame Breath. Cost changes. Range 4, ground or air. Penetrates armor. Separate attack. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, next we got Scorch. Scorch is cost 3. It's special for dragons. During the combat phase, you may target one dragon that was just damaged by your Flame Breath. The dragon must choose and discard one of its dragon upgrades. So, if you're dealing with dragons, take a dragon to beat a dragon. Kind of a cool concept. I like it. We're noticing a lot of abilities to remove cards from other creatures. So this is good. Next we got the Half-Elf Bard. They described it in the text, so not too shocking that we've got that. You and your friendly creatures within range 1 to 2 of you receive continuous effect. Each affected creature may convert 1 concentrate result into 1 critical result the first time that it attacks during the combat phase. Must have a large base to equip. Cannot equip another Dragon Rider. So, must be dragon. Have to have a large base. Can do some pretty badass damage with it. I like it. It's a neat card. It's a neat idea. Quicker doing damage. Next, we've got Heroic Allies. Every unique, friendly, non-troop creature that shares your alignment and that possesses at least 1 heroic icon on its upgrade banner is considered one of your heroic allies. Place 1 timer on this upgrade to show the continuous effect below on each of your heroic allies. Continuous effect is each affected creature has +1 health value. So that's the +1 health that we get. So that's kind of cool. You must be a large creature to base. So, way to keep your guys around a little bit longer, which is neat. And then finally, we got Sleep Breath. I think we've seen this one a bunch of times. Cost is 5. Bunch of timers. Blah, 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 blah. Each affected creature receives a sleep token. See reference card when this effect ends. For any reason, discard this card. Cost +5 for non-brass dragons. So the cost is 5. I'm pretty sure we've seen sleep token before. So it's nothing new, but to go over sleep token really quickly, a creature loses all exhaustion tokens. If a flying creature receives a sleep token, it immediately lands safely. The affected creature cannot move or plan a maneuver during the planning phase. The affected creature cannot change altitude, perform actions, or attack, nor can it roll any defense dice. As soon as a creature with a sleep token sustains damage, remove the sleep token. Creature may now act normally. So basically, again, looking at ability to stop creatures from moving or really doing anything. and then you can go and do some damage. So, interesting concept. To me, the Ancient Brass Dragon seems to really come off as an anti-dragon dragon. So basically, if you want to put all your eggs in one basket and have a big, giant, beefy figure, this might be what you want to go with, which could be kind of entertaining. The base value is 74. Let's see if it did everything. That'd be 77, and it's got 4 more slots. Let's go with these 3. So 77, 80, 88, and then your choice between these, I think both of them would be 5. So you're looking at 93 equipped with one breath weapon. So a bit cheaper than the normal dragons out there. Not quite as costly as I would think it would have been, which is kind of cool because now you can actually maybe use it in games, which would be entertaining. So yeah, an interesting addition, a little bit cheaper of a giant ancient dragon. Cool, I like it. We'll see if it's on the battlefield because it'll be fascinating to see how people actually use it and play the game. Thanks for watching, though. This is Graphic Policy Television GPTV. I'm Brett. You can catch us every single day at graphicpolicy.com. Of course, we're on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all at Graphic Policy. We keep it nice and consistent. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep rolling those die and keep it geeky.